One cold morning in October 1996, Daniel Carter left his home like any other day. He kissed his wife goodbye, smiled at his two young children, and promised to return before dinner. But that promise would never be kept. Daniel lived in a small American town. From the outside, his life seemed perfect. He had a loving family, a stable job, and a comfortable home. But inside, he was struggling. Debt was growing, work pressure was increasing, and every night he worried about the future. That morning, instead of driving to work, Daniel kept driving. He passed his office, left town, and continued down the highway. Hours later, he stopped at a lonely rest area. Sitting alone in his car, he made a life-changing decision. He left his car behind. He took a small bag, and he disappeared. When Daniel failed to return home, his wife became worried. Police soon found his abandoned car, but there were no signs of a crime. His wallet and keys were still inside. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. Search teams looked everywhere. Forests were searched. Rivers were checked. Detectives followed every lead. But no clues were found. Months turned into years. Daniel's children grew up without a father. Birthdays passed. Holidays came and went. Every Christmas, an empty chair remained at the family table. His wife never completely lost hope, but as the years passed, hope slowly faded. What nobody knew was that Daniel was still alive. After leaving his car, he traveled across the country and started a new life under a different name. He worked small jobs, rented tiny apartments, and avoided making close friends. He wanted to stay invisible. At first, he felt free, but freedom soon became loneliness. As the years passed, Daniel missed his family more and more. Late at night, he often looked at old photographs of his wife and children. He wondered how much they had changed and whether they still remembered him. 30 years later, Daniel looked in a mirror and saw an old man staring back. Gray hair covered his head. Deep wrinkles lined his face. Suddenly, he realized something. He had spent 30 years running away, but he had never escaped his regret. The next morning, he called the police in his hometown. "My name is Daniel Carter," he said. "I've been missing for 30 years. After fingerprints confirmed his identity, the news shocked the nation. Daniel finally returned home. His hometown had changed. His children were now adults. Some family members welcomed him with tears, while others struggled to forgive him. Daniel apologized for the pain he had caused. He admitted that leaving was the biggest mistake of his life. One evening, sitting on the porch of his old home, Daniel watched the sunset and quietly said, "I spent 30 years searching for freedom, only to discover that home was the one thing I truly needed." And at last, after 3 decades of running, Daniel found peace.